Picture this. Height: 2 meters, 10 centimeters above the ground. Your pulse is pounding in your temples. The entire stadium is frozen. You run up, you push off, and your body, against all laws of physics and common sense, flies upward. With your back to the bar, you clear it. You land on your back, and the crowd explodes in applause. For us, this is normal. Everyone jumps like this today. But half a century ago, this jump wasn't just a revolution. It was hidden heresy, blasphemy, a circus trick looked at with the same horror and disgust as a man eating soup with a fork. This is the archive of hidden facts. The Hidden Facts in Sports Edition. And today we are revealing the truth about how one childish prank, multiplied by a foam mat, forever changed Olympic sports. Our topic, the Fosbury Flop, the most efficient way to high jump, was invented because of soft mats and childish curiosity. Why do all the best high jumpers today fly through the air like they've been shot in the back? The answer isn't in complex formulas. It's in one simple, rebellious question. Why can't I err? Let's travel back to the world before 1968, a world where high jumping wasn't a flight, it was complicated gymnastics. For climbing a fence, there were 3 canonical styles. The scissors, you swing your legs over, like you're climbing onto a tall stool. Inefficient, but noble. The straddle, you jump sideways, and like a pancake in a pan, you roll over the bar with your stomach. A little better, the Western roll, an advanced version of the straddle, considered the peak of evolution. For decades, coaches, biomechanists, entire institutes racked their brains. How to perfect these techniques, how to rotate the hip a little more, how to place the takeoff foot more precisely. The entire mind of sports science was focused on polishing the same old stone. It was a dead end. But in this dead end, there was a cozy, predictable power of tradition. Champions jumped like this, so this is how you must jump. End of discussion. And now, my friend, the funniest part. Imagine all these scientific minds looking for a black cat in a dark room. But the cat was never there. The secret wasn't in how to jump within the old rules. The secret was to throw the rules in the trash. And then, onto the stage walks our hero. No, not a rugged athlete, a skinny, awkward American teenager. His name? Dick Fosbury. He tried jumping with the straddle. He was terrible at it. He was uncomfortable, non-standard, and instead of breaking himself against the wall of tradition, he did something genius. He doubted the wall. His mind worked differently. What if I try it differently? Not sideways, but with my back? His first attempts at school met with laughter. His coach said, "Hey, Dick, have you lost your mind? You'll kill yourself." And here we come to the secret ally of the revolution. The one thing without which Fosbury might have actually died: foam mats. Before this, athletes landed in sawdust, or sand, or hard horsehair mats. Landing on your back on those, you'd break your spine. But in the early 60s, new soft foam mats started arriving in schools. This was the technology that gave him the power to experiment. Not deep philosophy, just basic comfort and safety. Fosbury got his playground, and he started to create. The physics of his method? Beautifully ugly. In classic styles, the body's center of mass goes over the bar. But Fosbury, arching his back like a bow, he made his center of mass pass under the bar. His body wrapped around it like a snake. It was incredibly efficient. But from the outside, it looked like a man, in panic, trying to run away from his own jump. When Fosbury started winning, at school and college meets, the establishment was outraged. This is not sport. Clowning around. He'll break his neck and set a bad example. His style was mockingly called the Fosbury Flop. The failure of Fosbury. Journalists wrote that he looked like an upside-down frog, but there was one problem. He was winning. And then, his finest hour, the 1968 Olympic Games. Mexico City. The entire world is watching. Onto the track walks this guy with his ridiculous technique. And he destroys everyone. Every jump is a slap in the face of centuries of tradition. When he took Olympic gold, with a new world record, a collective heart attack happened among the coaches in the crowd. The truth they had so stubbornly denied was staring at them from the top of the podium. And then came the most telling part. By the next Olympics, 1972, most of the finalists were jumping the flop. By 1980, all of them. The conservative, slow sports machine was forced to admit one stubborn kid with childish curiosity was right. And all of them wrong. His flop became the only possible path to victory. So, what has this story revealed to us? Why is this more than just a sports curiosity? First, innovation rarely comes from the center. It comes from the periphery, from those who are uncomfortable playing by the old rules. Strength lies in the naive question, "Pi, why not?" Second, technology changes everything. Without soft mats, Fosbury would have remained a footnote in history, a crackpot. Sometimes the world needs to cushion the fall, so a genius can land safely on his back and change everything. Third, and this is the most important part for you and me, how many invisible bars are in your life, set up by pure chance? How many only right ways to do things, work, relationships, career, are actually just frozen techniques from the 1950s? We accept these rules as truth without ever trying to approach the problem from the other side, with our back. The mission of the Archive of Hidden Facts, not just to feed you stories, but to give you that foam mat for your mind. A safe space where you can ask stupid questions, doubt the obvious, and look at the world from a different angle. So, if you enjoy watching us dismantle seemingly unshakable truths, hit that subscribe button. I promise there are many more stories ahead where science, human stupidity, and chance created the rules we blindly obey. Check out our playlists. We've already revealed secrets, from mythology to space. And to remember Fosbury's story, here's your takeaway. Sometimes, to make a breakthrough, you have to be willing to look like an idiot and know exactly where you're going to land. This has been Hidden Facts in Sports. See you in the next episode. And guard that curious mind of yours.